Hello everyone and welcome back to the Star Fox Adventures playthrough. Yeah, as you can see, I've taken us directly to the volcano force point, so we don't need any of that pesky backtracking. Now this may me doing stuff like this it makes it look like the game look really short, I know, but like you've seen me walk through all of that Fonta Hollow, Moon Mountain Pass, so like there's no point going through it again. Now, as I mentioned the first time we came here, this visit is going to be a much shorter one, like because we've already kind of solved all the puzzles, like if you remember there before we had to kill a load of Sharpclaw, and in here we had to get the Ice Blast. I can just go straight down into the Spellstone Chamber, as it were. But yeah, it's kind of like this to me. This part of the game is kind of bittersweet because it's got it's nice to be coming back to these places again, but like I said, it's just gonna be really quick, and like the game's kind of wrapping itself up at this point, but it's doing it so rapidly that it's kind of hard to feel like any sadness towards it. That's why I find the end of this game quite weird, like the way it's paced. Fucking bat things, God, it's one thing I won't miss. I will say, this is probably, I was a bit apprehensive before, about part 1 or 2, but if I could do the entire game, but I've really enjoyed this Let's Play. It's, been kind of, I guess, it's given me a new appreciation for the game, I think. Like, I found that I have a lot more to say about it than I originally thought. Now, we're only going to need the fuel cells one more time, because, we've only got to get one more spell stone, so it's kind of worth... any ones you've seen along your journey which you haven't picked up, it's definitely worth getting them now, because the last planet, you need a fuckload of fuel cells. This puzzle here always confused me. Like, it's kind of like the one when we came here before. I don't know if this is the same room or it's like a different puzzle or something, but it's kind of that same thing where I would forget it was a puzzle and just try to move on, and then like realise my mistake and come back. So what you have to do here is starting from the door there, or from the, I can't really remember. Yeah, starting from the door, you have to extinguish the colour of the flame, so it'll be yellow, red, green, blue. Or it could be the other way around, so it could be blue, green, red, yellow. No, it is the other way around, okay. I've made myself look a fool. If you notice in the top right there, I've still got the flame, the flame, as Fox calls it. I've still got it equipped. I have not used it, I don't think, since part... I don't even remember the last time I used it. That's how long it's been. I think it's time I just give my final thoughts on the Volcano Force Point Temple now, because we are pretty much at the end. Yeah, it's pretty good. Honestly, I prefer the ocean one, as I've mentioned many times. It's my favourite area in the game, pretty much. But yeah, it's alright. Can me spam that fire blast like a motherfucker. I always forget that. This is the best way to take the Sharpclaw out. Just freeze them and then hit them, because it kills them instantly. I always forget that. It's just weird how how useful it is, but I will always forget it. It's hard to imagine a time when Tricky wasn't part of our arsenal. Also, I mentioned back in Dark Ice Mines that you can use Slippy's Flame Command as a kind of like a combat application. I have not used it once, and I apologise for that, because you will not be seeing me do it in this entire Let's Play. It is very entertaining though to see a dinosaur as small as Tricky kill a Sharpclaw who is about 3 times the size as Tricky. It's worth it for that. I think these red switches, you always need Tricky to stand on them. That's probably why they're coloured red, to indicate you need to do that. That lava, the lava, just looking at it right now, reminds me a lot of the lava effects from Super Mario Sunshine. I know that's a weird comparison, but like, I guess it's just the GameCube's lava effects. Now, I didn't have as much trouble there with that kind of puzzle as I did with some of the earlier ones. And that's it. And that's it. That's the volcano force point, pretty much. I'll never understand how Tricky gets here before us. And I thought dinosaurs couldn't warp, or is it just that the warp stone can't warp them? Because that's very confusing. If it's the case that dinosaurs can't warp, then how is Tricky here? But if it's the case that the warp stone can't warp dinosaurs, what is it about the warp stone that makes it difficult for him to warp dinosaurs? I'm reading far too much into a rare game, especially a Star Fox Adventures rare game. Hell yeah. Okay, the next thing you have to do is backtrack to Thorntail Hollow, but luckily, dear viewers, I have once again solved this little crisis for you. Go Fade! There we go, we're back in Thorntail Hollow. A little bit early there. This is so random, why are they attacking now? But yeah, by the way, that Fade, I didn't cut out any cutscenes. That was literally me walking back to Thorntail Hollow. This just happens. I don't understand why. And also, you probably spotted that I stood next to a poison mushroom. I lost a fuckload of health then. So what you have to do here is go around every single Thorntail in the Hollow, every single one, and save them from these little bat things. And they are finding out for the first time how annoying they can truly be. Now, I don't remember if this gets rid of every single of those bat things in Thorntail Hollow, but if it does, then yay. But I don't really remember what the point of this is. It's just so random. I just don't. It's like one of the things where, like, because I faded out, you could kind of, because it's so rushed, you can make the excuse that I cut it out. But like I said, I cut no cutscene out besides the only thing I cut out was the travelling. That's it. And now I've run out of magic. That's right. The first creature in this game to make me run out of magic while fighting them is, in fact, one of those bat things. I told you they're deadly. And I don't mean like, well, I guess you count the red eye, I guess. But that was more of a war of attrition than anything. This is because they're actively avoiding my magic. And that Thorntail is so bored he has gone to sleep. I don't know. I know obviously the reason he went to sleep then is because it's night and because they're kind of programmed to do that, which I like actually. So there's a bit of competent AI, but it's so weird because it totally diminishes any sense of danger they're in. I don't know what happens if you let the meter run down. I don't think I've ever failed this, but they probably die or something. Warpstone could help here. He could warp those bat things into like a lava pit or something. Yeah, actually, funnily enough, the only Thorntail you don't have to save is that one up there. The one you helped, the one that I helped last part. Yeah, don't forget there's this one down here as well, because this could potentially trip you up.
Once again, you come to the aid of our tribe. You are a true hero, Fox.
Look, fella, I'm not paid enough to keep getting you guys out of trouble.
Oh, sick burn, Fox. Fucking hell. What's with the attitude?
Yeah, well, thanks.
Why? What is with that reaction? He's so, like, unhappy that he's been given a reward for it, even though he just complained he isn't rewarded enough for helping you. That's such a strange fucking thing. Now, the reason why I've cut here to Snowhorn Waste is what you're supposed to do is after that is you're supposed to go into the shop and buy the golden root. Now, the reason I've cut here is because it's a lot of scarabs, and it took me a long time to basically farm scarabs and buy the thing and then travel here, about half an hour. So I've just cut all that out, and I'm just telling you what you have to do, basically. Yeah, this actually explains that the shopkeeper stole that golden root from this Snowhorn. And we're actually here to get our, I think it's our 4th? Yeah, our 4th Chrysalis Spirit. So again, this is where the Chrysalis Spirit stuff starts getting a little bit kind of like, they just can't start getting thrown at you. It's a bit odd. Come on, Tricky. Flame on. That was a better flame on than anything in the new Fantastic Four movie. Sick burn. So this is all you're doing, really. You're just kind of running to these... You're exploring a part of Snow and Ice we haven't really seen before, which is kind of cool. There's nothing really down here worth looking at, though, which is kind of a kind of waste, I guess. But I like this in games when they use areas again. Like, they make use of parts of areas that you haven't seen. Like, okay, let's take Ocarina of Time, for example. In Death Mountain, like, when you go there as a child, you explore some of it. But going back there as an adult, you get to see so much more of it. I like that when they do that in games. Yeah, excuse my voice there. I sound like I was going to cry, but it's just because I've got a cold. This game's so beautiful. There's nothing else to this challenge. You're literally just running and avoiding those little shits. Yeah, they're back from the saving the eggs challenge we did last part. There's a there's a surprising amount of these things. Like, well, just when you think it's going to end, they'll add like another 4. Don't worry, we've only got to do this one, the one after it, and then a final one, and then something that I like is that when you finish a challenge, you get warped to the point where you accept your reward. I know it's like, that sounds so odd, but it's annoying to me when you finish a challenge and you have to walk like 1,000,000 fucking miles to like get to where your reward is. But after we finish this, we'll be warped to where our reward is. I keep saying that sentence over and over again. Here's Grundate. Do you remember him at the beginning of the playthrough? I miss the simpler times of Star Fox Adventures when we were just rescuing mammoths from imprisonment. It's weird, like, that wasn't even that long ago. That's only like 8 parts, but like that's what a weird thing with the pacing in this game, because the first half of the game takes so long. When you get to this part, when literally every part will be getting like a Chrysalis Spirit or Spellstone, and you realise how quick everything's going, it's like, it can kind of take you by surprise how... Like, the game isn't long. You can finish this game in about 8 or 9 hours if you really try. But, I don't know, it's weird. That's why I have such nostalgia for it. I really feel like I'm accomplishing things when I'm playing it. Get those fuel cells first, because, like I said, once you finish this challenge, you will be taken away from this area, so get those first. And that's it. There's just one Chrysalis shrine just sitting here, I guess. Okay, no we don't. We don't get warped there, we're just dumped here. I've lied to you all. Of all the places to put a fade, this probably would have been the best. I accept that I've made a horrible error in judgment here. If you actually go along that river. Oh, I was lucky that was there. I missed. It was, if you keep going along this river, there's actually a cheat token down there. If you want to get those. I mean, like I said, they're not really worth getting. The cheats, they're not really, I wouldn't even call them cheats, they're just like, I don't know. See, I missed, there's a switch up though I missed, by the way. I saw it watching this back just now, but I didn't see it when I was recording. I don't know what happens if you hit it. Yeah, I think the cheats are just stuff like sepia tone and black and white, and that's not really that exciting, to be honest. Well, I don't know, like, putting Star Fox Adventures in sepia will make it seem like the Lost World. I don't mean the Jurassic Park film, I mean the Arthur Conan Doyle story. But the film version of the Arthur Conan Doyle story. I love that film. And there's your fact for the day. I do in fact love The Lost World. I think the Krazoa shrine coming up is probably the most pointless. It's like, it's definitely the easiest, and it's, especially because it's so similar to something we did in the Life at Village, it's like hilarious how awkward it is. Like how awkwardly simple it is. Because you expect the Krazoa stuff to get harder and harder, not like easier. I probably would have put the Test of Fear last, because I think thematically that works better, because like you're about to face scales, if you know what I mean. I just think that would have worked so much better. It's a shame that these Krazoa shrines don't change like visually as well, like to represent that you're getting to the end of them. You know what I mean? Getting kind of more gnarled and darker and everything. That would have been really cool, but maybe in a re-release, which will never happen ever. Okay, this part of the challenge can be a fucking pain in the arse, and the reason is, like I said, in an earlier part, if one thing touches you when you're holding that barrel, it will blow up. It will take a little bit of damage off you, like a little bit of health, a lot more than you'd think. But like one touch, do you know what I mean? Like that one touch just ruins it, and that can be really, really frustrating. Do you see how I skillfully manoeuvred around those ice physics then? Hell yeah. Nowhere near the worst ice physics, seriously. Yeah, and through this one, that I mentioned earlier about getting hit once, combined with the fact you've got to bring a barrel through the entire challenge, makes this could potentially be one of the most irritating challenges. The actual Krazoa challenge at the end of it is kind of like laughably easy, but getting to it can be a bit irritating if you're not prepared for it. So what you got to do here is you've got to hit the switch and turn the flame off like that, but it also turns the other one on. So just kind of, your biggest enemy here is depth perception, because it's so hard to tell sometimes. Like there, look, that looks so much. It's quite hard to tell where the flame is in correlation to the barrel. I don't know if you wait too long if the suction cannon, I don't know what to call it, if it'll bring the barrel back up if it goes back over, but I hope to God it doesn't do that. Now these are kind of like all odd precursors to puzzles that we'll be seeing in the next Spellstone area, which is the next part actually. Eat it, Blue Sharpclaw. He's seen through my tactic of trying to freeze him, so he just maced me in the face. And not like pepper spray mace, I mean an actual metal mace with spikes on it to the face. There's our Krazoa. As you can see, we've got a minute left, so this challenge can't be in any way difficult. Yep, this is the test of strength. It's just tap A to win. And you want to know how quickly I do this, people? That started at a minute. 9 seconds. 9 seconds. I did that in 9 seconds, people. That was not hard in any way, shape. That should have been the first one. Yeah, that, then the test of combat, then, well, the test of observation first, the one that Chris does, obviously. Then that one, then the test of combat. The test of fear should be last. Oh god, that was laughably easy. I feel embarrassed for it. And that was quite an action-packed part. That's the end of part 14 of the Star Fox Adventures playthrough. I'll see you next time for part 15, when we take this back to the Krazoa Palace and we start our next Spellstone thing. So I'll see you then.